In the world of celebrity drama, few names are as synonymous with the public eye as Britney Spears. Over the years, the singer has become a fixture in tabloid headlines, not only for her music and iconic performances, but also for her tumultuous personal life. From the chaotic fallout of her 2007 breakdown to her long battle for freedom from her 13-year conservatorship, Spears has faced endless scrutiny from the media and her fans. Now, in 2025, the drama surrounding her relationships continues to captivate the world, as she once again finds herself in the spotlight for her on-again, off-again romance with Paul Solis, a man who, despite his past, has garnered much attention due to his connection with the pop star. The relationship between Britney Spears and Paul Richard Solis has been marked by several ups and downs, with the two first meeting in 2023. At the time, Solis, a 38-year-old former maintenance worker, was hired by Spears to assist with tasks around her home. Despite their initial professional connection, their relationship quickly evolved into something more personal. By late 2023, news broke that the two were romantically involved, catching fans off guard given Spears' history of high-profile relationships and marriages. For context, Paul Solis had a past that raised eyebrows. He was a former convict, which only added to the intrigue surrounding his involvement with one of the most famous pop stars in the world. Having served time for a series of offenses, his criminal background had many questioning why Spears, who had previously been in high-profile relationships with men like Kevin Federline and Sam Asghari, would choose someone with such a history. Despite this, Solis and Spears appeared to hit it off, and by 2023, their romance seemed to develop rather quickly. The pair was frequently spotted together in Los Angeles, enjoying dinners, casual outings, and even holiday celebration. At first, the relationship seemed to be going well. Spears, who had spent years under the strict control of her conservatorship, seemed to find solace in Solis' company. For someone who had lived under the watchful eye of her family and legal guardians for most of her adult life, Solis presented a sense of normalcy and comfort. Many fans hoped this relationship would help Spears move forward and find happiness outside of the tumultuous years she had endured. However, as with many relationships in the world of celebrity, things were not meant to last. In July 2024, the couple experienced their first breakup. This initial split was reportedly due to concerns from Spears' close circle, particularly her family and management team, who had always been wary of the men she chose to surround herself with. Some insiders suggested that Solis, despite his efforts to support her, might have been taking advantage of the situation, benefiting from the publicity that came with dating one of the most famous women in the world. This led to Spears making a public statement on social media, declaring that she was single as FK, signaling the end of their romantic relationship. However, as the months went on, the two seemed to reconcile. By February 2025, Britney and Solis were seen together once again. The media, which had been watching their every move, was quick to speculate about the nature of their relationship. Were they truly back together, or was this just another fleeting moment of reconciliation? Fans were unsure, with many expressing concern that Spears was simply repeating patterns from her past. Despite these concerns, the couple appeared to be enjoying their time together, even making a public appearance on Valentine's Day, when they were photographed having a casual meal at a drive-thru with Solis' children. One of the more significant developments in their relationship was Spears' involvement with Solis' children. Paul Solis has 9 children from various relationships, and Britney Spears became increasingly involved with them over time. Despite Spears' own tumultuous relationship with her children, particularly her 2 sons with Kevin Federline, Solis' children seem to play an important role in her life. The children, whom Solis has full custody of, seem to bond with Spears, with the star often spending time with them in a domestic setting. Spears was even spotted taking Solis' children to indoor playgrounds and trampoline parks, demonstrating a level of commitment to his family that many had not expected. This deepening involvement with Solis' kids, however, led to unexpected consequences. In late February 2025, Britney Spears ended her relationship with Solis for the second time. And this time, the reason behind their split was more complicated. Reports suggest that Spears had become uncomfortable with how close Solis had gotten with his children, particularly given his recent proximity to her own sons, Sean Preston and Jaden James, whom she shares with Kevin Federline. While Spears was known to be protective of her children, she was reportedly unsettled by the fact that Solis was becoming increasingly involved in their lives, despite the fact that the relationship between Spears and Solis was still somewhat new. This second breakup between Britney Spears and Paul Solis has been the subject of much public discussion. For many, this marks another chapter in Spears' ongoing struggle to find stable, healthy relationships. Despite the fact that Spears has spent much of her life under the control of her family and the media, her romantic entanglements have often been scrutinized and dissected. While many fans were initially supportive of her relationship with Solis, there was a growing sense of skepticism as time went on. The fact that Spears ended the relationship once again after becoming too involved with Solis' family has led many to speculate about her true desires and what she is really looking for in a partner. The public reaction to this latest breakup has been mixed. Some fans have expressed sympathy for Spears, noting that she has been through so much in her life and deserves to find someone who truly understands her. Others, however, have criticized her for jumping from one relationship to another without taking time to reflect on her own needs and desire. There are even whispers that Spears' inner circle might have once again intervened, pushing her to reconsider her relationship with Solis, especially given his past and the growing discomfort surrounding his involvement with her family. One of the key points that fans and critics alike have focused on is Solis' background. As an ex-convict, his criminal history has always been a point of contention. While Solis has served his time and reportedly turned his life around, there are those who believe that Spears might have been too quick to overlook his past in favor of a more thrilling and spontaneous relationship. This has sparked debates about whether Spears truly understands what she wants from her relationships, or whether she is simply seeking validation from others after years of being controlled by her family. It's impossible to ignore the role that the media plays in Britney Spears' relationships. From her early years as a pop sensation to her highly publicized breakdown and subsequent conservatorship, Spears' personal life has been under constant surveillance. While many celebrities enjoy a level of privacy, Spears has been unable to escape the prying eyes of the press. Every relationship, every breakup, and every public appearance is dissected by the media, leaving Spears with little room to breathe. This media scrutiny has undoubtedly affected Spears' ability to form meaningful relationships. There are those who believe that Spears is often swayed by public opinion, with her decisions being influenced by what is said about her in the tabloids. Others argue that the constant pressure has made her more vulnerable to manipulation and control, which may have played a role in her relationship with Paul Solis. As of now, Britney Spears remains single, but her love life continues to be a topic of intense speculation. Will she find someone who understands her and supports her in the way she needs? Or will she continue to struggle with relationships that ultimately lead to heartbreak? Only time will tell. For Paul Solis, this latest breakup might mark the end of his brief time in the public spotlight. While his relationship with Spears may have given him a taste of fame, it has also brought unwanted attention to his past. Despite the support from some of Spears' fans, the relationship with Solis seems to have been fraught with challenges from the beginning. As he moves on from this chapter, the question remains whether Solis will ever be able to fully move away from his past and live a more private life. As for Britney, the world will continue to watch closely as she navigates the complexities of fame, family, and love. With every breakup, every new relationship, and every public declaration, Spears remains one of the most captivating figures in the entertainment industry. Her story is far from over, and fans will undoubtedly continue to follow her journey, hoping for a happy ending to her tumultuous love life. In the end, Britney Spears' story is one of resilience, and despite her struggles, she continues to be a beacon of strength for many who have faced their own personal challenges. Whether in love or in heartbreak, she is a star who refuses to fade into the background, always making sure that the world knows her name.